Morocco, a mesmerizing North African kingdom known for its historical influence, unique blend of Amazigh and Arab cultures, intricate art crafts, delicious cuisine, welcoming locals, and natural wonders that extend beyond the golden dunes of the Sahara Desert. Recently, we spent 17 days exploring some of the best Moroccan destinations. After starting our trip in Marrakech for 5 nights, we continued our journey with 1 day in Ait Ben Haddou and 3 more days in Merzouga. Ait Ben Haddou, an impressive fortified village surrounded by the Atlas Mountains, and Merzouga, the gate to the majestic Chebbi dunes of the Sahara Desert, are surely 2 places that you should visit at least once in your life. We're Rain and Chano. Subscribe to our channel to join us in this 6-part travel series of Morocco. In this 3rd episode, we will share with you our whole itinerary and travel tips to experience Ait Ben Haddou and the Sahara in the best possible way. Although many people choose an organized tour to the Sahara, we wanted more time and freedom in order to do this part of our trip as unique as possible. There are no direct public buses from Marrakech to Ait Ben Haddou, so we hired a private grand taxi with our hotel there. This was for us a perfect decision, especially if your time is limited and if you want to do some quick stops along the way. Our driver was very friendly. Even if he couldn't speak English, Chano could understand his French, and we were able to communicate well enough with the phone translator. He was always happy to see us requesting to stop to capture pictures and videos, plus he took the most beautiful road across the Ounila Valley to show us the panorama. Traveling across the Moroccan Atlas Mountains was a highlight that we didn't expect. And we agreed to return one day and rent a car to explore this land with the proper time. Around 1 p.m., almost 4 hours after we departed from our Riad in Marrakech, we finally arrived in Ait Ben Haddou.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. You're a good driver. If you go from Ait Ben Haddou to Marrakech or somewhere nearby, he's the man. Hassan.
Hassan. Welcome to our accommodation.
This riad in Ait Ben Haddou is a family house with hundreds of years of history that the owners have transformed in a cozy hotel with a refreshing pool, but preserving most of the original architecture of the building. We felt so lucky to stay in such a special accommodation with all the traditional Amazigh decoration. Our room was simple, but the bed was comfortable and we had a private bathroom. It felt fresh inside despite of the high temperatures of this arid area. We were so amazed by the earthen materials with the hay clearly visible between the red mud walls.
And this view is the reason why we booked this hotel.
Having the best view over Ait Ben Haddou from our Riad terrace was a privilege that we felt so lucky to have. Traveling without a group tour allowed us to choose where to eat and avoid tourist traps. So we picked this Amasiak restaurant with great reviews and traditional interior design.
We just finished checking in our hotel, and now we are about to eat our lunch because we are so hungry. It took us a longer time to arrive here because we kept stopping along the way. It was just too beautiful to not capture it with our cameras. And this restaurant is just 1 minute away from our hotel by foot.
Of course, we chose a delicious tagine again, and also a dish that we were looking forward of trying.
It's our first time to try Berber pizza. It doesn't look like a pizza, but that's how they call it, probably for the tourists. So now let's try. It has onion, tomato, cabbage. It's tasty. It's like the usual bread, crispy outside and soft inside. Love it. And of course, we also have tagine, meatballs, and egg tagine. Let me try. It's still sizzling hot. It's juicy.
I love it. It's so good.
This is the route that we're gonna do tomorrow from Ait Ben Haddou until Merzouga. We will stay there for the next 3 days. I cannot wait for our first Sahara adventure.
We were so excited to finally walk towards the Qasar of Ait Ben Haddou. This historic fortified village is located in the route of the caravans that used to cross the Sahara Desert to connect the ancient city of Timbuktu in Mali with the Moroccan imperial capital of Marrakech. Nowadays, Ait Ben Haddou is an important UNESCO World Heritage Site with some of the best preserved earthen red clay buildings in Morocco. The village is also a worldwide famous destination due to its numerous appearances in Hollywood films like Gladiator and TV series such as Game of Thrones. Crossing the river is free for everyone, but if you access the old town from the Kasbahs located in its lower part, you will have to pay a small fee. We decided to explore the streets of the newest side of the town and cross the bridge built in 2011. Although the first Qasar was built here by the Almoravids in the 11th century, most of the current buildings are probably from the 17th century onwards, but always rebuilt with the same construction materials and methods used in the previous centuries. There are only few families living in this old side of the town these days, but with every step, you can truly feel the authenticity of a place that, beyond the shops for tourists, seemed to be frozen in past times. On our way towards the top of the village, we kept stopping every few meters to capture such a unique place. From the highest point of Ait Ben Haddou, The views over the Kasbahs and the surrounding landscape were absolutely stunning. A typical tour to the Sahara will stop only a few hours in Ait Ben Haddou, but we totally recommend to spend at least one day in this outstanding town. On our way back to the Riad, we met a very friendly local vendor.
Ole, 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 ole.
Mohammed was interested to know why we were filming, and he gave us his WhatsApp number to send him our videos.
Merhaba.
Spain. This is Morocco.
Morocco.
He gave me a bracelet as a present.
Did you make it? You?
مفهوم.
Oh, shukran.
مرحبا.
After our charming encounter with Mohammed, we reached the terrace of the Riad, just in time to witness how the golden hour slowly turned into a colorful twilight with hues of pinks and magentas painting the sky. We had chosen to have dinner at the hotel terrace to keep enjoying the view, but it became too windy outside, so we went inside the restaurant instead.
We chose to have our dinner in the restaurant of our hotel. Chano's sunset photos were taken in their balcony. So now we're gonna eat our dinner, and it's a set menu. And first, I'm going to try their soup. It tastes like beans. I love that most of the Moroccan foods that we have been trying are on the healthier side. We are eating a lot of vegetables and good source of protein like chicken, fish, and lamb meat. Now we have our second dish, and I'm so happy because there's rice. It's Filipinos' staple food. Now let me try. It's chicken with lots of vegetables. It's very tasty. Someone is celebrating her birthday and they gave us slices of cake. It was my birthday too, last month.
Before going to sleep, we filmed some of the beautiful portraits of Amasiak ladies that were hanging on the Riad walls. I absolutely love their traditional jewelry and clothing. Of course, Chano woke up to capture the sunrise once again. The golden sun rays gradually illuminated the clay buildings, enhancing their beauty.
We are going to eat our breakfast with the most beautiful view of Ait Ben Haddou. We couldn't eat our dinner here yesterday because it was very windy and a little bit chilly, but now the sun is bright and we're ready for a long day ahead.
At 9:30 in the morning, our next driver, Saeed, was waiting for us. There is no public bus that connects Ait Ben Haddou with Merzouga, so we hired the private transfer with the same company that organized our Sahara experience. Along the way, there are many interesting places like Ouarzazate, with its Atlas Studios where many of the Hollywood movie sets are showcased, the Roses Valley, and the Dades Valley. Unfortunately, this time, we didn't have time to stop for too long because the total journey was 6 hours and we had to be in Merzouga at 5 p.m. Saeed is also a tour guide and speaks English fluently, so he explained to us many interesting facts about the places that we were passing by. We also did a quick stop in one of the many touristic restaurants that offer set menus to the immense quantity of group tours that travel this Moroccan route. Now that we know that the roads are good, we hope to return in the future and rent a car to explore more of this part of Morocco. We arrived in the town of Merzouga at the right time and said goodbye to our great driver.
Said has been our driver from Ait Ben Haddou to Merzouga. We will put his phone number below. It was a great experience with him.
Yeah.
Thanks a million, Said.
And hope to see you inshallah. Baby, come to Morocco.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Saeed. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, exactly.
The staff of Sahara Camel Trips kindly received us with a tea in their beautiful Riad. After a detailed briefing of the tour that we were about to start, we headed in their car to the starting point of our Sahara adventure. Moha, the manager of the tour company, helped me put the headscarf that we bought in Marrakech. It was my first time riding a camel, so I was super excited.
My camel's name is Kiki.
Kiki and Bob Marley.
Where is the desert? You're facing the wrong direction.
Enjoy it.
I'm Moha. Thank you. Bob Marley is my camel. I hope it's not high.
Most people will spend only one night in the Sahara, but we chose the 2 nights desert tour to fully immerse ourselves in the Chebbi dunes. This area of the Sahara has the best sand dunes in all Morocco, and it's the best choice in the country to experience the desert. Keep on watching because we will show our full tour and hopefully inspire you to try this unforgettable adventure in the future. Before we reached our first camping site, our guides stopped so we could witness our first sunset in the Sahara. It is difficult to express with words what we felt when we saw the sun painted with even warmer tones the imposing dunes around us. Back on the camels, we continued our way towards our first campsite.
After our first camel ride in the Sahara Desert, we have now arrived in our tent for the first night. I'll show you around and I'll give you a tour to our tent. Follow me. This is our tent. We have a luxury double-sized mattress and there's another single bed mattress on the other side. It's very spacious, it's warm inside, I love it. It's going to be another experience and I am so grateful to have this right now. I'm very happy that I was able to watch the sunset in the Sahara Desert, which I never thought that I would experience it when I was just a small girl. So later on, we will have our dinner with a group. There will be singing, dancing, and delicious Moroccan foods under the stars.
Let's go. Now she got lost. Now she's there.
No. What kind? It's long. But I don't know that. Ole!
The rest of the guests had their tents around the dinner area.
I'm looking for the chicken. Yes.
Great.
We all sat down together and our friendly guides start serving us our first delicious Moroccan dinner in the desert. When we finished eating, our guides started playing traditional Amasiak songs. It was absolutely enchanting to listen to their music under the stars. Even if we couldn't understand the lyrics, we connected with their rhythm and feelings in a magical way. They asked me to try their drums. At the end, everyone danced together. Before going to sleep, Chano and I admired and captured the Milky Way over the dunes. Such a magical start for this adventure. The next day, we woke up before 6 a.m. for our first sunrise in the Sahara. In the morning, the sun seemed to take its time to rise and slowly appeared over the horizon. We loved how the shapes of the dunes were gradually shifting with the warm light slowly getting more depth, and how the contrast of shadows and light increased the texture of the sand. I felt like in a movie wearing the clothes that we bought in Marrakech. Watching the sunrise in the golden dunes of the Sahara Desert is one of the most amazing experiences we've ever had in our trips. It was all worth waking up early despite the lack of sleep. We returned to the main camp after sunrise. A tasty Moroccan breakfast was waiting for us. Only the 4 of us had chosen the 2 nights tour, so the rest of the guests had already left. After eating, we tried sandboarding for the very first time.
Wow!
We met new friends from Romania.
Silver surfer!
This is the kind of moment that we will forever remember. It was so fun playing like little kids and forgetting all our worries.
I'm driving from behind! Wow! Wow, 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 wow! First medal for the Philippines in the Desert Games.
We are now leaving our tent and we're ready for a day full of adventure. It's so warm for me already and it's not even in the middle of the day.
We can do it.
But it's fine. Wim Hof said man can live in both extremes with the right mindset and deep breathing.
And the right clothing.
And I have so many things inside. Let's go! Woo! I'm happy because I was the champion!
Champion of the Sandboarding Desert Games 2024.
We were so happy to see our camels again. To be more precise, The camels that you will find in Morocco are better known as dromedaries, as they have only one hump on their back. These strong and resilient animals can weigh up to 690 kilograms, and they are the tallest of the 3 species of camel. Their anatomy has impressively adapted to their desert habitat, allowing them to regulate their body temperature in unique ways and to store fat in their hump to stay long periods of time without eating or drinking. North African and Arabian tribes started domesticating dromedaries thousands of years ago for riding and for packing as well. In this part of the trip, we were about to experience better what riding a camel in the desert can be during the day under the scorching heat. Our small group further traveled into the middle of the Sahara Desert for about 2 hours. We stopped once for taking pictures on a vantage point. We asked our Amasiak guides how they managed to choose our route. They mentioned that they know and could feel the dunes because the desert is part of them and their ancestors for so many generations. 1 hour later, we stopped again for our guides to collect dry bushes. We were so impressed to see Hassan, the elder guide, who firmly carried the heavy load on his back. Midday was approaching and the heat was becoming more intense. We were so glad to finally see the Oasis for our lunch break.
We finally arrived.
The trees in the oasis provided enough shade against the scorching heat. Our guides placed carpets on the ground so we could lay down under the trees. In silence, we listened to the nothingness of the desert, interrupted only by the strong wind moving the leaves over our heads and blowing away the sand around us. It was incredible to see the dunes changing their shape with the effect of the wind. Simple moments full of absolute beauty, doing nothing, just being present in the moment. Time stretching out and feeling like forever. We interrupted our rest time to witness how our guides cooked our meal. They made a fire with the branches that they had collected.
Yalla, yalla.
Wow.
Come on.
Then they carefully placed the delicious Berber pizza that they had prepared in between the ashes and the sand. We have never seen anything like this before. It was very interesting to watch and also learn this traditional way of cooking in the desert by the Amasiak tribes.
Lunch.
Berber pizza. Our very friendly guide is now cooking our Berber pizza. The best in Morocco.
It looks like the calzone. Pizza time.
Oh my
Bon
God.
appetit.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit. بالصحة.
The best.
They also cooked tagine and a huge salad for all of us. After lunch, we walked to a bigger oasis with our new friends. It was surprising to see different types of trees and palms growing here. And we met this friendly camel wandering around. The extreme heat was affecting me badly, so I returned to our camp, while Andrea, Amer, and Chano climbed towards the top of the highest dune in Chebbi. I could see them like small, tiny ants in the far distance. The wind got stronger with every step they took, but they reached high enough to enjoy extraordinary views over the Sahara. Our guide brought back our camels to continue the last part of our journey. This time, I didn't feel so tensed and I didn't need to hold so tight to the handlebar of my seat. I had begun to coordinate my body with the movements of my camel, which now felt like an extension of me. My hips followed as my camel threaded the soft sand and I felt more comfortable looking around. I was breathing calmly and even let go of the handlebars sometimes. I closed my eyes in some occasions, listening to the sound of the camel's hooves lifting up and down the sand, feeling the wind touch my body. Before reaching our luxury camp, we stopped for a last photo shoot at sunset.
In there, second sunset.
Every opportunity to capture the warm light over the dunes felt like a dream to us. You need to experience in person the magic of the Sahara to truly understand it. I walked next to our camels for the last meters of our journey. I removed my shoes and I mindfully felt how relaxing the sand was on my feet.
Oh my god!
Short after we said goodbye to our camels, we reached our luxury camp. Finally, we have arrived in our luxury camp. It was very exhausting, but it was one of the most unforgettable experiences in our life. And now I'm gonna show you our luxury room. Ta-da! Welcome to our luxury room. I can't believe that with the tent, you won't imagine that you will have this kind of bedroom
And now we have very spacious floor, and then our floor is cemented, unlike in the other one that it's sand and then just covered with a carpet. And the most important thing is we have our own private bathroom. Who would have thought that we would have a bathroom in the middle of the desert? We didn't shower last night, so this is very luxurious for us. We have a shower and we have a flushing toilet.
While I was looking around, my heart swelled up with so much gratitude. Our last dinner in the desert was waiting for us. Tea, soup, salad, and of course, tagine. We absolutely loved Moroccan foods. We left our camp at blue hour and walked into the dunes for a last sunrise. Once again, Chano had to convince me to wake up very early. And once more, it was totally worth it. In this area, we saw some of the most beautiful dunes in Chebbi. We valued every moment in such a marvelous place. We felt very grateful for experiencing the Sahara in its best splendor. We will never forget stepping in the sands of this desert. Back in the camp, we shared our last Moroccan breakfast with our new friends before saying goodbye.
So Ibrahim, he works here in the camp, but he does tours too. Really friendly guy. Thanks a million for all the experience here. Thank you.
Adios!
No, we came with taxi from... Yeah, no, Ait Ben Haddou.
Many people end their trip to the Sahara here, but we added an extra day to experience the 4x4 tour that Sahara Camel trips offer. This was one of the best decisions we took because during this tour we had some of our favorite moments in Morocco. Our friendly driver was sharing with us very interesting information in English and Spanish during the ride. He was also a very skillful driver, and he soon showed us his skills by driving across the Sahara dunes as if we were in the Dakar Rally.
I make him sick. But you make him feel sick.
Yeah.
That's because the problem comes from you. Little bit Bob Marley in his stomach.
After Chano had recovered, we went up to the roof of the car, driving through a dirty track. In few kilometers towards the east of Chebbi, we reached one of the camps of the Amazigh nomads that are still preserving their ancestral lifestyle. Many nomads have gradually settled in Merzouga and other nearby towns, but some of them still prefer to maintain their traditional way of living. Nowadays, the borders between some African countries have limited the nomads' capacity to move freely across the whole Sahara as they did in the past. You may have noticed that we have been using the name Amazigh instead of Berber, as this is their most preferable term to refer to them.
Actually, that's what he put inside. And she moved this for longer. And after they separate like cheese with the milk.
We invite everyone to learn more about the fascinating culture of these ethnic groups indigenous to the Maghreb. Their historical influence extends beyond Morocco to other nearby countries.
Omar Sharif, Azul.
Cheese!
Saha. You're not as good as her. It's not easy.
It's not easy. And then we...
Come on.
Come on! Let's do it!
How much training? Yeah.
Yes, until he make it.
Seeing their simple but tough life conditions made us feel humble and thankful for having the opportunity to learn more about them. The local companies will share part of the tour fees with the nomads, but buying a small souvenir from them will help as well. We could see how they were buying water, which is one of the most precious goods in the desert. Our next stop were the mines of the ghost town of Memphis, located in the southeast of the Chebbi dunes. The extraction of quartz and coal, used as an ancient eye cosmetic, resulted in the building of these mines in the town to host the workers. When the French protectorate ended in 1956, Memphis was soon abandoned, and today only a small group of Moroccan military personnel live here. Ganaoua Cultural Center in Khamlia village was the next experience of our tour.
Hello.
Hello.
We absolutely loved the music of this community, formed by people with origins from other sub-Saharan countries, direct descendants of the slave trade that took place across the Sahara centuries ago. It is said that Ganaoua music became a melody of thanksgiving for freedom and also of nostalgia of the original homeland. We could deeply feel the spiritual rhythms of their enchanting art played with their traditional instruments.
The best musician here in this area, who is?
It's you.
Now we will see how he plays.
For lunch, our driver brought us to this nice restaurant in Khamlia village, where we tasted the local cuisine. We tried another version of the Berber pizza, and we loved it. The last stop of our day tour was the Hassi Labied Oasis. We learned how the water is brought with canals from the wells to this place, where the locals have areas assigned to grow their vegetables. Seeing these plants growing under the burning sun was surely remarkable.
He's Moha. He's one of the managers of the company that we have used to do this experience. We just wanted to thank him. It has been incredible. If you are going to come here to Merzouga, don't hesitate to hire these guys, because since the first moment that we met him, everything has been perfect. And the experience has been even better than we expected. Thank you so much, Mo.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to meet you and having you here in the desert. And we are glad to hear that you enjoyed your activities with us. Welcome to Morocco.
Thank you, Mohan.
We had some hours left in Merzouga, so Moha invited us to use the Riad pool, a superb luxury after standing the heat of the desert. At 7 o'clock in the evening, we took the Supra Tours night bus from Merzouga to the city of Fes. Admiring emotionally the sun setting while leaving behind one of the most unforgettable experiences of our lives was the perfect way to say goodbye to the Sahara. That ends the third episode of our Morocco travel series. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel to support us and to follow our adventures. Don't miss our next episodes because we will show you more breathtaking and wonderful places in Morocco. Next stop, Fes, another former Moroccan imperial capital and one of the most pleasing surprises of this trip. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep exploring, rain or shine.